Hello and welcome to another Mad Hatter review. Today we are taking a look at the Dungeons and Dragons Gelatinous Cube. Okay, so this is what we call an impulse buy. I've played Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, but I don't have a super strong connection to it. So I'm in no way an aficionado. I'd say surface knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons. Trying to actually start it up again, but this is one of those that was just so cool that even if I'm not collecting the line, it's not Masters of the Universe, I'm not trying to complete it, it's not Thundercats, it's not wrestling, it's not Lord of the Rings, it's Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, if you would have told me, hey, there's a Dungeons and Dragons figure that's coming out, and it was just Gelatinous Cube, I would say, I'll pass on it. But I saw this, I was like, I have to have this. So just the background, if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, you would know that this is sort of like an iconic villain that you would run into, somewhat of a villain. The Gelatinous Cube, which is basically this dead soldier stuck in a cube. They were all about the cube and oozes and gelatinous things. I had mentioned this before, but if you played Warcraft, they definitely took a cue from Dungeons and Dragons and made slime and things like that a villain. So I picked this up and we're just gonna go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. The first thing I did notice though is this box. Here's a standard box. This box is a lot thicker than the average. Look at that. It's actually an oddly shaped box, an odd size box, because typically they're either, you know what I mean, like the small standard size, or then the big 10-inch ones. But yeah, this is bigger than the normal one. Obviously ECCC exclusive, going along with the green theme. And this was what was this exclusive to? I want to say it was, no, it's not fun. I want to say this was GameStop. Because yes, it came with the slime He-Man. So actually, this is a good companion to that slime He-Man. You put that, you got slime He-Man, you got this slimy little thing. But I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and open it up. Take a look at what we've got here. And this is another one of those that I can see them making a glow-in-the-dark version of. And I feel like if this is as cool as I think it is, I might have to get that. Wow. So right away, this really is like a Funko figure trapped in almost like in slime, it's like in an ice cube. So I've never seen a Funko like this.
That's very cool.
This is just so cool. I mean, yeah, so you can tell. So, all right, so right away, wow. You got the skeleton in there. He's got his sword, he's got his shield, and he's, obviously it's distorted because it's sort of like the ridges and how uneven the slime is. And you can't, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, the slime, it's not just one solid block. It looks like it's sort of dripping down from here, and it creates this funky little illusion for it too. If you turn it around, I guess you can kind of see there are supports on the other side that are kind of holding up the skull. But other than that, the illusion's pretty strong. It's actually really, really distorted, and it just looks really awesome. I mean, this is one that even if you don't collect in Dungeons and Dragons, if you like medieval stuff, things like that, you can display this really well. I don't know if they should make a glow-in-the-dark version of that because it is translucent, and so it might be a little strange. But I'd be curious. This is one of those figures that I could see a lot of custom guys just sort of creating really unique displays with. And I mean, obviously he stands well because he's just a solid block. And again, I'm calling it an impulse buy. I'm not a huge Dungeons and Dragons aficionado, but when I see something that just looks cool, I just got to get it. And it's still available. I think this one was, it was $15. I think it was the standard price of a standard Funko, even though it does have some more weight and the box is bigger. But I mean, if you're a fan, obviously if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, you want to go pick this up. But if you're just a fan of cool shit, go ahead and pick this up because it's going to look really, really well. It's going to be sort of a nice conversation piece too once we find a place to put it. And let me know what you think of this. Comment, subscribe. Are you a fan of this or not? And we'll keep on pumping out the reviews under the quarantine here. Go ahead, subscribe, and let us know what you think. See you later. Bye.